Hey guys, how's it going? My mic was muted, so that was awkward. I was just saying that I was pretty tired today. I had a pretty busy weekend with. Can you hear me now? How about this? Yes, no, maybe so. Pretty sure my mic's working for once. It was definitely muted for the first second, but what's up, Shane? Yeah, I was just saying I was pretty tired today. I had a long day yesterday. I did my filming with the guys that play on tabletop, and I got home at I think I went to sleep at like midnight last night. Um, and I won't tell you guys. It was fun. It was a very long day, especially packing and unpacking 30,000 points of chaos. That was like a lot of work, and I didn't even get it all packed. But I won't tell you how the game went because I don't want to spoil it. But it was a fun game. It was a very close game, is all I'll say. Um, so you have to tune into that to check out the situation there. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna work on Kharn. You may have noticed that he's got some green areas. I realized after I'd gotten the first few layers of paint on that I didn't like the look of the green stuff. So I went and I redid the chainmail. So I resculpted all the chainmail for the two areas, and then I resculpted some of his muscle work as well. Sometimes with sculpting, it's like you don't really know how it's going to turn out until you don't really know how it's going to turn out until like you get paint on it. And I just realized that like once I had paint on it, I just wasn't liking the way I was looking, so I kind of resculpted it. Sorry, so now I'm just gonna kind of reprime it. Why are you painting so many havocs, Shane? They're like not that good. Also, I think I finally got my camera like set up finally. Like I'm pretty happy with how everything's working now, like the angles and like their colors and the focus and everything like that. So let me know if you guys have any feedback. Obviously I'm still trying to figure a lot out. So I'm just going through with a little bit of primer right now, and I'm just kind of like repriming the black or the green stuff. So I'm gonna come back and paint it later. And I think now that the armor's dried, the white armor, I'm gonna go back and just do a little bit more smoothing. You can actually see a lot more of the gradations now that the camera settings are adjusted. Yeah, that's true. I'm really worried about this like edition with the release schedule right now, you know? Like what's gonna happen. So man, this weekend with all the drama, it's a crazy weekend in 40K. So believe it or not, me and Neil have our thanks, Corpse. Me and Neil have our chat tomorrow, so we're doing like a politics and plastic chat on like redemption for cheaters and stuff. And it was kind of funny because we had planned the episode like 3 weeks ago, and then obviously like he was planning to come on anyways for the subject, and then obviously various events transpired, I guess, to make it a little bit more salient. But I just think I don't know, we've gotten a little bit of, I don't want to say pushback, but I've had some messages, both myself and Neil, from like various community members trying to basically tell us to not stir the pot any further. To which I say, go fuck yourself. I'll talk about whatever I want on my own shows. But we're not gonna do like, it's not gonna be personal attacks. It's not gonna be like bad things, but you know, we're gonna be honest and we're gonna be objective, I guess, on what's going on. But so many people keep asking me about it, like, what do I think, and I'm just like, I literally don't want to talk about it anymore. It's like not something that I even care about anymore. It's like I've already moved on. So yeah, I don't really want to talk about it anymore, and I'm not going to. So yeah, that's about it. How's everyone else's weekend? What'd you guys do this weekend? Anything exciting? Yeah. Basically. Although I'd probably much rather be on a spaceship than stuck in Vancouver at the moment. Wouldn't you? I hate them, man. They're fucking ugly. I'll still get them probably if they're good, but well, not only do I not like them, they just seem totally unnecessary. Like, didn't Slanesh just get a battle tome and a whole bunch of releases? Why are they putting out like a whole another like set of stuff? I don't get it. Am I missing something? I don't know, like, well, first of all, I think they look too similar, which I don't like. Like, I get that they're twins, but that just seems like a cop-out for GW wanting to release, hey, you know what, they should just make every model a twin, and, have head swaps, so they can sell you 2 models for the price, like, 2 models for each one, you know? It just feels like dumb GW, like, I don't know, trying to make a buck off you. But I'm not a huge fan of the models. They just seem, I don't know why, but I've never liked the like pure, I've never liked the like fake flying poses of things like those like, I don't know, whatever, like the Techless or like any of the models that are like fake flying and they have like weird attachments to make them look like they're flying. There's something about those models I just never liked. Like, you can give a model like motion and that kind of feeling of flight without doing like weird stuff like that. The only one I've ever actually liked is the Kharn. The Kharn, actually, I think they did that really well, the way that it's like floating. But other than that, there's like very few models that I like where they do the like kind of fake flying thing. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with Age of Sigmar releases, man. Like, Lumineth got 2 releases in a row. Looks like Slanesh is getting 2 releases in a row. Meanwhile, like, yeah, it's just very bizarre. But, do you guys like them? What do you guys think? Shane, what do you think? Also, I just don't think, I actually didn't love the new Keepers either. I know a lot of people love them, but I think they're a little too, like, again, I don't like how, like, if you don't like the pose, the problem is like, it's such a big part of the model. I'm really curious how hard it'd be to like repose. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I can't remember what the creature caster one looks like. My only problem with the creature caster ones is for models that big, I don't love resin, you know? I don't love giant resin models. I just feel like there's too many chances to break. It's like too risky to break it, I guess. Hey Corbs, thanks for subscribing. I don't know why, but my subscription notifications are very, very delayed. So sometimes people subscribe and then I'll get like a notification like 3 hours later. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the blue next. So I really want to kind of start seeing how that looks. So I want to do a little bit of black lining. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Slaanesh stuff. It just feels like the faction's very... Like, I'm really curious. Like, they don't really have traditional demon, like... Well, I guess they do, but like they've kind of given up on like traditional demon factions in Age of Sigmar. Like, you don't really see... You don't really see like pure demons, I guess. And I'm curious if they would ever take a route like that in 40k, because I almost feel like they should. Where like all the demon books are kind of like almost like demonkin. And they're kind of a mix of like mortals and demons, I guess. Yeah, I hope I get my Be'lakor. Darren said I had one, but I mean, I don't really trust anything GW these days. Even just one Demonkin book, I mean, given how many rules are in Space Marines, I don't see why you couldn't do like a single Demonkin book, you know? It's not like there'd be any more rules in like a Space Marine book. And then same with Yukari, right? Like they have 3 factions. So maybe do something similar to Kari where it's like 4. But instead of 4, like 3 covens, you have 4 demon factions. And obviously you don't need, like with Yukari, each of the each of the cults obviously has multiple, like there's like 3 or 4 covens, there's 3 or 4, whatever they're called, cabals, whatever. So for the Demonkin, you wouldn't need to do that. You would just have the four like factions, and so it would essentially be actually less rules than I think, the Drukhari book as far as like stratagems and differentiation. You know what I'm saying? But just build it like Drukhari. I hope the demon book is built like Drukhari, where it's like you have it would be really cool if it was like you can take pure forces of either the gods, you get certain bonuses, or maybe you take a character like Be'lakor and he gives you equivalent of like you know how like the Archon gives, you can take like the real space raider detachment. Well, maybe taking something like Be'lakor in a demon detachment gives you like the equivalent of that, but like the demon versions. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like you can take individual demon books, but then you can also take like a chaos equivalent of like real space raiders, where it's like, and that would be led by like say like a Be'lakor, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe even like a greater demon or a demon prince of undivided could do that. Like you could just have like an undivided demon prince, like an unmarked demon prince that could do that. And maybe I'd love it if they had more, they brought back rules for Chaos Undivided, because I feel like that was something that I always liked, how that they actually like did have like rules like that for Chaos Undivided. So I'm sad that mostly went away, but that could be a way to have like kind of like a similar version of Real Space Raiders, you know? So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you could make it so cool, man. It's just GW just needs to fucking do it instead of being weak, I guess. Yeah, the thing is, keep like both have their merits. Like I like the Gaunt Bomb. I like the 30 Gaunt Bomb with the Devourers. I think it's a good utility pick, and I think it does add a lot to the list. Especially because I think they can fire twice, right? So I do actually like that. I think you're gonna need Gaunts regardless, right? So I think triple Daima is too many. I think 3 is too many. I think you give up too many tools, maybe, for triple. So I prefer well, I don't prefer anything because I don't play Tyranids, but I think 2 is better. It just gives you more options for other stuff. I like the Barbarials though. Are those the Forge World ones, or is that the Exocrine? I always get them confused. Okay, yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to get this done, and then I'm going to work on a Silent King. That's my next commission, as soon as this Kharn's done. And then I'm hoping to get that done maybe next week. And then after that, I will probably start moving on to my Space Marine commission. I'm just waiting for more bases, and my shoulder pads from Europe just shipped for the Dark Angels commission I'm doing, so hopefully I'll have those pretty soon. The Diamond Karen's like derp, is that what you said? Oh, the barbed hair deals? I actually think they look pretty cool, man. I don't know about you. Okay, there's the blue. I'm gonna just rebase coat the metal now that it's dry. Yeah, but I mean, it's Tyranids, man. They're all derpy. It's an army of derp. You guys will be proud of me. I managed to get through the weekend without having a single drink. Yeah. Man, that was a long day at Playon, dude. It was so long. I got there at 11:30. Took me an hour and a half just to set up my army. And then it took me probably 2 hours to like pack away most of it. Because I couldn't remember how everything went back. And then somehow, like, even though everything fit, like going there, when I repacked it, like it didn't fit anymore somehow. So then like I was like super flustered already going into the game because like I couldn't get my army back in the case. But yeah, it was frustrating. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I do the flesh arm first, or should I do the brass first? Brass next, sorry. Did you have a tourney? No, I did not. I filmed a battle report with Play on Tabletop, and then Saturday I hung out with you guys. If you're here, I did a TTS game in the morning, and then I streamed in the afternoon. So that was not a tournament. Thanks for asking, Trendy. Yeah, I'll do the arm next. Yeah, they're good. They're good dudes. Their new studio is great. But yeah, it's honestly people. It's a battle. It's a 40K in 40 minutes, but it's like 40K in 40 hours. It feels like when you're actually taping it, because there's so much start stop, getting shots, like interviews, you know, footage, this kind of stuff. Like there's sometimes. What is it doing that for? What is it saying? One sec. I know my camera's broken, guys, so just bear with me. It's not broken. I just want to see what it says. No. I don't know why. I gotta figure out the auto off. There's some sort of auto off thing happening. My camera. I gotta figure that out. I'll do that later. But yeah, you film like certain parts like over and over again, because sometimes like they didn't get the right angle shot for like actually playing the game. So it feels like it's just like a quick game, but like it's actually like a lot more work than it seems. That's okay. I told them though they have to plug my YouTube channel. That's my cost for my presence. And apparently I'm one of the more popular people on the channel, even though I'm not on there very often. So just saying, not saying. Guess I am a bit of a 40K celebrity in some sense. Yeah, man. They should do a 40K in 40 minutes, but like drunk edition, where like I gotta just to get shit faced. And then it's like you got to see me kind of like turn into more and more of an alcoholic as the a drunk as the like episode goes. You know what I'm saying? Now that's content. Yeah, that's I like that. Well, partly because I asked to go on. You know, trying to stay relevant. I've been on all 4 seasons, so I'll take it. What do you mean seems kind of sad? What's sad? Hey Richard, do you want to? Oh yeah. Oh okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, my life is sad, bro. Like, what do you want me to tell you? I don't know what to tell you, man. My life is sad. Hey Richard, do you want to see something I made myself with Photoshop? Do you want to see how my Photoshop skills have been coming along? Can you make a nameplate for my Mini? What is that supposed to mean? Like a 3D printed nameplate? Or like a digital nameplate? Nameplate though. But like, how does an app make a nameplate for my Mini? I don't understand. No, I understand that. I understand what a base room nameplate is, but I don't understand how an app helps me with the nameplate. Is this the, I mean, sure. Let me see if as long as it's not like a porn site, because then you'll get banned. Was that your one sec, let me go to my Twitch chat. I might have to like allow your hit the stinger again. Hit the stinger again. There we go. Let's see if it works here. I'll stinger to myself. How's that? Look at that. You guys like that? Thank you. That's for thanks to Richard for making me a little screen swipe. We're moving into the future, guys, on this stream. Slowly improving all the tech. Yeah, very sexy. Sexy stinger from a sex person. But very fancy, yeah. Soon we're gonna have dancing girls and a food cart as well, so you guys get hungry. It's gonna be fully catered streaming experience. What intro? The one that you're working on? Yeah, but dude, bro, that's beautiful, but like, I don't have a fucking 3D printer, so I don't know how that's gonna help me. I mean, if you want to print it to me and send it to me, fantastic, but I don't own a 3D printer, so I don't know how that's gonna help me. Shane, you're a World Eaters player. Would Kharn be more pale, like a vampire-ish, or is he gonna be more kind of like healthy pink glow, or more of like a bronzed flesh, like or I obviously he's not black, but I mean, he could be. Maybe this is alternate universe. We got a brother Kharn, right? But from a flesh tone perspective, what color should I think I'm gonna do a little pink, because he's already quite white on the model. Hey JP. Yeah, but the thing is, the model's quite white, so I think I want to introduce some like if I go too pale, I think it's gonna get lost in the armor. So I want it pretty, like, I guess red and bronze. Hey JB, how's it going, man? I do think I want it pretty red, and not red obviously, but I think I want it pretty like brassy, so that it like pops against all the white. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not gonna listen to any of you guys. I'm just gonna do what I think as usual. I always ask for advice and then I never listen to it. It's just kind of my nature, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I'm using this guy here, Shadow Flesh. This will be my base coat for Acro. Paint room I sent you the other day? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he's kind of like, yeah, he's like me, Middle Eastern. So like olive. I'll add a little. What can I add? Yo, this is what Army Painter is good for. Actually, they have some good flesh tones. But I'll add a little. I'll add a little golden brown into his skin tone, so it's not quite as red. I wish all Space Marines were just like Tough Guy Tuesdays with no sleeves. You know what I'm saying? Kharn's really starting a trend in like Space Marine fashion of not having to wear a shirt. Like, what does he do in a environment like space? Because his suit is not sealed, right? Are they? They're kind of boring if you ask me. Sorry, Shane. Like, yeah, like what is how does Kharn like fight in vacuum? Because most Marines have like sealed armor, right? And although Marines can survive in the vacuum, it's not ideal for their it's not ideal, right? I'm just gonna move this one sec, guys. I'm just gonna move my camera angle a bit slightly. Just to there. All right, there we go. Too far, I think. Yeah. There we go. Does he die? I thought I know Lucius dies a bunch. That's why it's called Lucius the Eternal. Who, Lucius? I don't know, Lucius gets killed 1,000 times. He gets like decapitated by Fulgrim, I think, at one point. I think he gets beat by some Thousand Suns guy. He gets beat by a I don't know about I wouldn't call them complicated. They just want to kill shit. Oh. So now I adjusted the camera too much. Yeah, I know Lucius dies 1,000 times. Alright, so I'm gonna just give it a little bit of a... Yeah, he like... Lucius is weird. It's like when he dies, he like reforms in people's bodies or something along those lines, doesn't he? He kind of like reemerges out of them. Fuck Doom Rider, man. He's just a shitty ripoff of Ghost Rider. Although, to be fair, if when they release, because he's Emperor's Children, wasn't he? Yeah. Wasn't Doom Rider Emperor's Children? It's weird, like, okay, the only time I'd accept Doom Rider back is if he gets released with like brand new Chaos Spikes. If that was like a release, I would accept Doom Rider in my life again. If he came along with a brand new set of Chaos Space Marine bikes. Love it. Well, they have like a stratagem for the elixirs, right? Emperor's Children in the stratagems. So if they got like if they got combat drugs like witches, I'd be very happy. It'd be cool if they like, I know they have sonic weaponry, but it'd be cool if there's like a unit like that actually had like the throat mods that could like scream. Because all of their sonic abilities right now is just from their Blastmasters and Sonic Blasters. But it'd be cool if and when they release the Emperor's Children, there was like a unit that actually could do like screams in combat or like in shooting. Like maybe like 8-inch range, and it's almost like a crazy flamer. I don't know what the rules would be, but... You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something like Sonic Scream. I think we talked about it last stream, but do you guys think we're going to get a World Eaters book next, or a Emperor's Children? Or neither? You know what's really weird though? So check this out. This is why I'm suspicious. So in the new Chaos Space Marine transfer sheet, you get Alpha Legion Iron Warriors, Night Lords, Word Bears, and Black Legion, which are like the undivided ones. You don't get Death Guard, obviously, because they don't really use transfers, right? Okay, so bear with me. And Thousand Suns are their own army, so I'm not sure why you get Thousand Suns, but you don't get World Eaters and you don't get Emperor's Children on this. So I'm curious if like why they included, for instance, Thousand Sons, and didn't include the other like why did they include Thousand Sons but not Emperor's Children and World Eaters? Because on the old one, I also have here, like on the old one, you used to get World Eaters and Emperor's Children, right? So I'm just curious as to why we don't get those anymore. Curious. That's what I'm saying, JB. Like that's exactly my point. Like I don't understand why you get Thousand Sons transfers, but you don't get World Eaters or Emperor's Children. And also there's no such thing as Death Guard transfers. So Death Guard don't have transfers, they just have like plus. Oh yeah, same thing, man. I think that box is from 1998 or something. Maybe older. It's an old ass box, man. Yeah, that's true. It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but there's nothing there. Yeah, I'd agree. I think that's with a lot of things, though, right? Like, especially if you look at the release schedule, it's not like one-to-one, right? It's not like... And I assume there's separate AOS and 40k release schedules. But I guess my point is like, they don't release things as soon as they're ready. So they might like sculpt models, have them finished, and then the design team is still continuously making models, and then there's probably a whole nother team that decides when they actually get released. So if those are on two separate timelines, because we know that the way that they and this is from what I understand, but the way that they do their design, it's not like they say, hey design team, we want to do a new like we want to add new units to AdMech, so go make AdMech stuff. Basically what happens, it's the opposite. The design team makes stuff and like just creates and just is creative, and then basically from there the like release team or the rules team writes all the rules based on what the design team is making. It's not the other way around. So I'm sure there is some like thought put in and saying, hey guys, I think like we want to start working on like new Eldar or whatever, but like I think for the most part there isn't that like link, I guess. I'm trying to paint in some little veins into Kharn here. So I just took a little bit of my blue and I added it to my flesh color to make like a kind of a blend of the blue and the flesh. And so I'm just very carefully painting in kind of this like blue, some very thin blue lines along his muscle to kind of look like the veins underneath. Does that make sense? And then I'm just going to highlight those again. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure they're waiting for like a big release for Chaos Space Marines. But I guess that's my point, JB. Like they could have they could have the models done, but then the rules writers, the rules schedule, and the actual like release schedule has to catch up. So they might have like 10 years of sculpts waiting to be released, but because like the marketing team only wants to release like say one kit every month or one army every year, then the sculpting team is working faster than that. So they're kind of building a backlog of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or they might get something finished from the sculpting team and then figure they don't actually want to, they're going to hold on to it for a few years because they want to maybe in 2 years do like a, you know, it's going to be part of an edition or it's going to be part of a whatever, you know what I'm saying? There we go, there's the arm. Okay. Yeah, let's hope, man. I mean, I do like where they're going with the new Slanesh stuff. So I'm hoping when we get the Emperor's Children eventually, that it like has a lot of that same elements. My only issue is like I look at like an army like Thousand Suns and it feels very incomplete. Like they need a second release, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Or at least let me play with my Psychic Dreadnoughts and like robot dudes from 30k. If you're not going to give me more models, you know? Yeah, that's true. I'm really happy with my Death Guard Possessed. Did you see them, Shane? But yeah, I mean, I converted Possessed, but my Chaos Space Marine Possessed are kind of lame, but my Death Guard Possessed are really cool. I can't pull them up. They're on my Instagram. Let me see if I can pull them up. I'll show you. Because I'm fancy like that. These are my possessed. They're made from the Blight Kings and basically Chaos Space Marine bits. Sorry, and a box of Plague Marines, and then a bunch of other bits. So they're very nurgly. They're about the same size because they're built out of Plague Marines, so they're about the same size. And there's a lot of green stuff in there, like a gross amount of green stuff. I don't know if I have any photos of that. Yeah, so look, this is the amount of green stuff. Like, there's a lot of sculpting. And you can see all the various bits and stuff. And then these are... Where are the other ones? These are the other ones. So I like sculpted bellies and stuff, sculpted a lot of like parts. But I have, like, you can't see it, but I basically joined the backpack side of a Chaos Space Marine with a front side of a Blight King, and so it's just a lot of sculpting and stuff. Look how fancy we are. Doing browsers. That kind of stuff. Alright, now I'm going to do the brass, I think. No, you like that, huh? I mean, don't holy shit me. I'm also learning Photoshop. Let me show you guys something that I'm working on right now. It is basically, I'm working on a new show called Competitive Corner with Drop Zone, Deployment Zone TV, which is like Winter's SEO and Liam. And the pilot show is on Wednesday, so I had to kind of come up with a splash, like a screen for it, and like a logo and all that stuff. So you're about to see my amazing Photoshop skills that I've developed in like 2 days. So this is let's see if this works. Here, I'll show you my so this is the main logo. Turn off this one. All right, so checks out. So this is my this is gonna be like the screen for the stream. That's all my Photoshop skills, guys. Look what I did. Aren't you proud of me, Richard? I did that all by myself. Look at me learning. And yeah, it's in partnership with Deployment Zone TV, so they're gonna be, I'm gonna be working with them on it. So it's gonna be exciting. Isn't that cool? Yeah, man. It's coming soon, man. Evil Chaos Jimbo. Back to the regular painting. Look at me, yeah. Dude, I'm like, I actually been watching like Photoshop tutorials. And I'm like, fuck, this is so cool. Like once you start to learn how to like, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. It's not that hard. I just think I just like, but like when you load Photoshop or something, there's so many tools and like things that you're just like, what the fuck? But if I'm looking for a specific thing, it's really easy to like kind of figure out. So that's going to be on Wednesday night, guys. So if you tune in at 12 o'clock, it's actually noon on Wednesday because Winters is in the UK. So we're going to be doing kind of the first inaugural kickoff episode on Wednesday. But then normally it'll air on Mondays at 6 p.m. So right now, actually in 1 minute from now. And I'm going to be doing, so this is me. Jim goes from, I'm going to start paint streaming randomly with like my webcam. This was like, I don't know. I probably it's been 5 weeks basically since I kind of started this streaming shit. Like 5 weeks ago, I was like, I'm going to start streaming with my webcam. I had a Logitech, like Brio. I ordered a Brio 4K. And I had a shitty, like, $50 webcam that I used for work. Those are, like, my two pieces of tech. And now I have, like, a $800 camera. I have, like, I'm photoshopping. I'm, like, I got the fucking stingers. Like, it's, like, I don't know. I've spent so much money already just on, like, upgrading. Because as soon as I started doing something, I get super obsessive. And I want to do a good job. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to start doing more, like, I'm going to start doing more actual like videos. Like I'm actually going to start recording some videos. But I went from doing random paint streams to now I'm doing 3 weekly shows plus my paint streams. Like I've totally bit off way more I can chew. I got commissions at the wazoo. Yeah, so happy COVID, everyone. This is what happens when you leave me alone. In COVID, basically. This is what you get. Idle hands are the devil's plaything, right? Upgraded my mic, upgraded my camera, my top down. Got like many mic stands, got a ring light, got like I have too many cameras now. I'm using my 4K camera that I originally bought for this camera. And now I have like the DSLR as my like top down, which was like an $800 camera. Yeah. So I don't do anything little though. That's like if you'll know something about me. But yeah, because it is still a paint stream, I'm just going back over the metal now with Viking Gold by by Scale 75. That's my color here. Yeah, if you didn't know me already, now you know. I'm a man of extremes. So this is my problem. I'm a man of extremes, but like good extremes and bad extremes. And so part of the reason that I'm streaming is because my bad extremes were quite extreme. Like my, I guess, bad behavior is what I'll say, was extreme. And now I'm trying to do good extremes. So, but yeah, I don't do anything half-assed. Like I have a very obsessive personality. Not like stalker obsessive. Hey, that's awesome, Corbs, man. Hey, man, if that's all I can do for you, I fucking appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, like I have a very obsessive personality, or okay, not obsessive. Obsessive is the wrong word. Addictive personality, and I'm very like when I get into something, I get into it all in. And so like. With my job, I'm like that. With my hobbies, I'm like that. With my alcoholism, I'm like that, which is part of the reason that I'm doing this. With my 40K tournament playing, I'm like that. That's why I was traveling, to 20 plus tournaments a year. So No, I don't think so. The wet palette doesn't really thin out your paints. It just keeps them wet. So just, you know, put them on your palette and just don't add any additional water, basically. If you leave your paints on your wet palette like overnight, they will absorb some water. But remember the way that like osmosis, I guess, the osmosis effect works. It's like temperature, right? So it's gonna always reach equilibrium, which means if your paints are already thin, they're not gonna be as absorbent as like a thicker paint. So if there's already a high, I don't know if when you say thin, if it's like watery, but if it's just the opacity. But yeah, like, I don't know. People seem to like use their wet palette over multiple sessions, but I only ever like use mine no more than in a day. Like I usually I scrap this piece of paper every time and I get a new one. I don't like keep it between sessions or anything like that. I wouldn't worry, man, to be honest. I don't think it's an issue that you're gonna have. But here's what I'll say. Yeah, scale 75. If you got a killer deal, it's probably because they're not good. So don't like trying to paint with like paints with like poor coverage where you have to do like 3 or 4 coats, or paints that like separate, or paints that don't hold together under like thinning, or are too thick, is not a good thing. So I appreciate that you got a really killer deal, but don't let that mean that like if the paints suck, because I haven't really used Reaper paints that much, but if the paints suck, like don't use them, right? So just my word of warning. Does anyone have a vortex mixer? I was thinking of getting a vortex mixer for my paints, even though I don't really think it's necessary. I just think it's cool, and I want one. Well, I mean, I think they're all knockoff. Like, it's not like what's a name brand vortex mixer? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like there's like brands, are there, that like are recognizable? Aren't they all pretty much knockoffs from like China and stuff? Yeah, like I looked into getting one and you can get like mini ones, but I'm trying to save money. Sorry, I'm not trying to save money. I'm trying to not spend money because I've already spent so much shit on like streaming and gear and like whatever that I'm like, Jim, just like stop spending money on shit that like is completely like, I wouldn't even call it vanity items, but just things that I like definitely don't need, but I just want because they're cool. But isn't that always our struggle as humans? To not spend shit on like just cool shit. Yeah, like that's the thing. I'm like, I've been mixing paints by hand for 20 years. Do I really need to like now go get a vortex mixer after having never needed one? Probably not. Like I haven't had any issues before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where, like, it's cool, and it's cool to say that I have one, but, like, do I really need one? Probably not, right? So, we'll see. What should I do my first videos on, guys? I want to do some painting tips videos and like tutorials. And kind of use that as like a learning experience to like teach myself some more video editing. So what do you guys think I should do? I was thinking I was going to do one on how to paint Soul Drinker's armor because I feel like I get... yeah, I don't know what you're into, JB, but... I don't think it's going to be that good. I don't... yeah, that's not my jam. But hey, man, each their own. No shame here. No kink shaming on my channel. But like, I was thinking of maybe doing a Soul Drinker's armor tutorial because I feel like I get a question about that on my Instagram like every little week, and I can do like I could do like a quick, probably like a 6 or 7 minute video to like demo it. So I'll tell you guys a secret. The reason my camera's at this angle is because behind me, you can see, is my really ugly like shoe and hat like thing. But I just ordered I just ordered a big shelf unit that's gonna go there and replace it with like extra shelves. It should be here tomorrow, maybe even. And basically, I'm gonna redo that area completely, so then I can switch my camera to like more of a straight on. Because right now, I just don't want you guys to see the ugly ass. And it always feels weird like looking at my screen's here, but my camera's here. So hopefully, when that's set up, I'll have a little bit of a better camera angle, and I'll be able to like record videos. I'll be like, "Hey guys, welcome to my painting tutorial. My name is Jim Vessel. Thank you for joining me." See how cute that is? I can just be like that. My recipe for Mortarian's green wings, I will tell you right now. It was this, and I believe this. Oh, I guess I could. I'm putting it up to that camera. These two. So start with this, and then go crazy with this. Basing tutorials. I did a basing tutorial. Well, I did like so check out my YouTube channel under the Hoppy Dips, the playlist. There's a basing tutorial for how I do my like rocky bases. On there somewhere. Okay, so basing. I don't like to do power swords. Everyone does power swords. I want to do stuff that like I've painted already, because then I can just like use it. Maybe I'll do Soul Drinkers. I don't think there's much Soul Drinkers content on the internet, and people love the Soul Drinkers. Yeah, that's me every time. Although for me, the last like, so when I paint, Shane, it's like base coating I hate, finishing I hate. There's this like weird 60% of the paint when I get to highlight everything and actually do the highlights and do the like the main areas. That's like my favorite time. Anything outside of that I hate. Nurgle Demons, yeah, I could do that. Thanks for all the suggestions, guys. This gives me some ideas. The problem is I've committed myself to so many goddamn podcasts and like 40K shows that I'm doing. I'm like, when am I actually gonna do all this stuff? I'm too busy with like just doing regular shows now. Yeah, I'll do banners. The thing is, the banners are not that like difficult, I don't think. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, man. I guys appreciate all the feedback and comments, guys. I think first one I'll do is Soul Drinkers, then Nurgle Demons. Those are nice because I want to do some simple ones to start where it's kind of like a single model, single part of a single model. I don't want to do like, here's my 30-minute Duncan style video on like how to paint Be'lakor. You know, that's not what I'm interested in doing. It's more technique driven, I guess. And you know what? I can't wait to have the sensationalist YouTube like thumbnail / like titles. It'll be like, painting Soul Drinkers is secretly easy, or like best ultimate mega Soul Drinkers painting guide, or paint Soul Drinkers in 3 easy steps. Can't wait. I'm gonna have the most outrageous titles. They're gonna be like totally like exaggerated, and like people are gonna be like, wait, it says 3 easy steps, this is 30 steps, what the fuck, I've been hoodwinked. or it'll be like a farce video where it's like step 1, step 2, step 3, and it's like, it goes from like, it's like step 1 prime, step 2 base coat, and then step 3 is just like finish the model, and it's like a finished model, and that's the whole video. That would be awesome. I think people would hate me. They'd like unsubscribe and report me for like false advertising. Yeah, basically be the spiky bits. Just total like clickbait videos where it's like, maybe I'll do like step 1 and 2, and then step 3 you have to like sign up for my paywall. It's like, subscribe to my Patreon for step 3. Don't worry guys, I will never oh man, you know, if I didn't like Kenny so much, I would definitely do one of those. But like, I'd be worried he'd think that I'm like making fun of him, even though I love him and I think his content is amazing. Like, and I think it's hilarious. Like, I love Kenny's content. I love his style. I love everything he does like on his channel. So if it wasn't for the fact that like I do really like his stuff and I think it's really helpful and really good like content, I would do like a fucking something like that. But I don't want to like mock him, right? Because like I love that about him. He's such a, it's so like, it's like his signature, and I think that's really cool that he's got like a signature style, you know, and he's made it his own, and I think that's really cool. Trust me, if I become half the YouTuber that Kenny is, I'll be very happy. So maybe that's my problem though, JB. Maybe I need like a cool. But I can't even, you know how like Kenny has like the eyebrows? Like he almost has like the Rock's eyebrows. He has like a weird like, he's got like a weird, I don't know, he's got a weird facial expression. Like I can't do that. But maybe my problem though is I need stronger branding. Maybe I need like an intro like that. You know? I need to start having my own sayings and my own language. Like ancient Chinese techniques. Maybe I'll call them like ancient Persian techniques and just blatantly rip them off. Call people donkeys. Have you ever seen have you ever heard of the Thug Kitchen cookbook? JB? That's basically like a cookbook and it's like totally like off color, and it's like, all right, take the fucking tomatoes, cut them in half, you dum-dum, now sear them. Yeah, not like that. Like, it basically just like rips into you the whole cookbook. And like, it's like, now take that piece of shit and throw it on the grill and fucking stab it 3 times. Like, yeah, it's like it's like shit like that. I should do like a Thug Lifestyle YouTube channel where I just make fun of people and just swear at them the whole time. Yeah, there you go. Trendy Love knows. I don't hate trendy. All my restaurants are vegan, man. So I do not I do not hate it all. That's my wheelhouse, vegan. Just everything, Richard. All the cool stuff. What should I? Nat's what I'm reckon? Is that, wait, what is that? Is that what it's called? Is that the channel? I'm confused. Hey, my mans. What's up, dude? Or dudette. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, with the name my mans, I assume you're a man, but you could be not a man. So you're still a dude as far as I'm concerned, though. Everyone's a dude. You're all my dudes. Yeah, it's a scratch-built Kharn. I'll do a video like that eventually, like a drunk. When I get to like 1,000 followers, I will do a drunk video. So if you guys want to get me there, if you guys want to get me 1,000 followers on YouTube, I will do it. I think so, my mans, but actually I've been told not. Sorry, my camera's. I've been told that. I call people guys and dudes, and I've been told that I'm not supposed to because it's not gender neutral. Well, the problem is like, imagine, so this is the way it was like kind of explained to me, and like I kind of agree, but also I don't. Which is like, imagine if every time like someone came up to you, they were like, hey gals, like if they always called you gals, or like, hey girls, but like would you care? I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. I'm like, whatever, cool, hey, I'd be like, hey baby. But like, it is, for some people it is like offensive, I guess. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty good with that stuff, but there's a point where I just think it's a little bit much. So, but I try to just respect whatever people want. I respect what they want, and I try not to like I don't make a fuss about it. If someone doesn't want to be called dude, I won't call them dude. If someone doesn't want to be called gal, I won't call them gal. Whatever people makes people happy. But I try not to. It doesn't really bother me if people want to be called whatever they want to be called if they take offense. But they just got to tell me, right? Yeah, like, you know, I do my best to be like, I guess, inclusive of like when I talk about like even saying like, hey ladies and gentlemen, apparently is now like not is not enough. Like you have to kind of be like, and others. And you know, I work with people, so I'm pretty like I've done like a lot of like, I guess like sensitivity training and like discrimination training and stuff like that with work. So I'm usually pretty like okay with all that stuff. It doesn't bother me. But as long as just people know that I don't, as long as people don't, the thing that bothers me is like when people try to find, like they maybe they get offended, too easily. Like if you get offended by something, just let me know and I'll do, you know, I'll call you whatever you want. I'll call you, kitty cat if that's what you want, right? Like just tell me what you like and I'm happy to do it, but don't like ascribe malice to the way I refer to people. And don't get mad at me if I like to use more kind of like universal language, I guess, in my eyes. But absolutely trendy, man. I'm exactly the same. I usually call people guys, like everyone. I say hey guys a lot to like girls and guys. And if anyone ever feels like it's like they are uncomfortable, they can just tell me. I don't ever mean to do it in an offensive way. I don't really care what people want to be called. Like, as I said, it's like totally, you just tell me what you want, baby. Yeah, and it's actually been really hard too lately because with COVID, like at work, everyone wears masks, and so like sometimes you don't even know like you don't know, especially like if I hire someone and they don't tell me, right? Then it's not something that like I generally ask. So. But anyways, I don't really want to talk about it on the channel that much more, so let's change subjects because I'm sure we could talk about this kind of stuff forever. My mans, are you working on anything? Any projects? Any painting? Yeah, let's talk about models. Let's talk about Warhammer. Ah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Just wait till you see the actual like army showcase, because like I just took it with my shitty iPhone camera, but they went in. They spent like, after I set it up, they did like a good like 45 minutes of like pan shots and like close-ups and like high def like 4K photos, and they're gonna put it together in like a big video. So once that's live, it's gonna be really cool. But yeah, I'm just a scrub. I just threw like I was excited, so I just took photos with my iPhone. Well, I even have a nice camera, and I still take my photos with my iPhone for like my models and stuff, just because I can't be bothered. Oh, I just found a mold line. And I can't not clean it, so I have to like scrape off paint. Well, no, but like It's not even 1080p. It's like me running around with an iPhone. So it's like less than 1080p. Oh, I see what you're saying, Xrath. I see. You're smarter than me, that's why. How's she looking? It's hard to tell because like my light is so bright that like when I look at my screen it's like super washed out, so I can't tell if you guys can see things okay. I should cut my nails. I'm getting kind of gnarly. If the camera's ever out of focus or anything, let me know, yeah? I'm still figuring out the settings a little bit. I think I'm there. But alright, what am I gonna do next? Now I'm actually thinking I'm gonna go through and paint all the black areas in black just because well, I haven't left my house to paint for an over a year. I don't think but yeah, like if I'm going somewhere, I'll take like a little I have like a little box like this. I might take like a little box like this and just fill it up with like some paints. My brushes, I got a little oops. I got like a little brush case that I got with my MIG brushes like this. So it's empty right now, but you can store brushes in there. Yeah. The thing is, when you're not painting at home, like don't take like 30 colors. So like I might do some like rough work, like I'm gonna base coat, or I'm gonna do like one, and I might take 2 or 3 colors, and just depending on how long you're gone, just like try to understand like how much stuff you can actually get done, right? Don't try to like paint a whole army. Just be like, okay, what colors am I gonna have time to paint? Does that make sense? Expensive bag? What expensive bag? They're selling a bag? Dude, I never paint before tournaments, man. I'm always ready like weeks and weeks ahead of time. I never leave painting for the last minute. I'm not that kind of guy. Come on, Shane. I'm better than that. I mean, also, did you see how much chaos I have? It's not my shit. Not like it's not like I have to paint a lot usually. Yeah, exactly. That's something that I would do. Is like find like one or two small things to paint that might take a long time, like, and just bring a small amount of paints. Yeah, it's because I don't do it. There's very few times where I've actually had to paint before an event. I can't even remember. The closest was probably LVO, and I was painting a week before the event. Like I think I finished the Monday. the Monday of LVO. And I think I left on Thursday. So that was like a 4-day. Or maybe I finished on the Sunday, and I had to leave on Thursday. That's probably the closest I've come to. But that was LVO, because I changed my list like 3 weeks before. Yeah, I don't know why you want to do that to yourself. It seems so like painful. Like just like it's not like the tournaments are a surprise, right? Just budget your time. I know that sounds easier said than done, but can't be that hard, can it? Hey, do you guys remember we were having a conversation about Gorechild? The teeth are the teeth of like a dragon, right? What's the name of the dragon that the teeth are made of? Crate dragon? No, that's Star Wars. Crate dragon? Is that Star Wars or is that 40K? Am I getting my universes mixed up? Mika dragon. I knew it was something. I was like, I'm getting my universe mixed up. Anyways, the teeth of Gorechild are Mika dragon, right? So I think I'm gonna paint the teeth. Yeah, Crate Dragon. I was like, I'm pretty sure Crate Dragon is Star Wars. I knew it was a dragon of some kind, but I guess that means I'll paint the teeth of the axe in like bone, not in metal, right? That would make the most sense. Definitely something. What's definitely something? Nullius? Yeah, dude, it was cool. Did you watch the gallery episodes? The Disney gallery, where it's like behind the scenes? Those are really cool. And they showed like how they like reimagined them. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited for yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm excited for I'm not looking. I don't know. I'm sure Bad Batch will be good, but like I'm not that interested in it. Like it's not a story that I was interested in. Like I'll watch it because obviously I'm a Star Wars addict, but it's like if you'd been like if you're like, Jim, they're gonna do another Star Wars animated series, what would it be? What should it be? Bad Batch would be like 2000th on my list of animated series that I would want. Like I'd love a Knights of the Old Republic animated series, or like a animated series set in like the current era, like maybe post Revenge of the Sith, or sorry, Return of Skywalker, or whatever the fuck it's called. That would have been a cool series where it's like current era. Or even something that's based in, like maybe with a young. So this would have been my dream. A young, like a Luke Skywalker, Jedi Academy, animated series voiced by Mark Hamill, right? Because he is a voice actor and he does lots of animation. So and he's obviously old, so he can't play Luke Skywalker. But how cool would it be if they did a Luke Skywalker Academy like Jedi Adventures series? Where it's like maybe like with a baby Kylo Ren or whatever, and it's maybe like that his adventures of like going through the galaxy, learning like fucking force powers, fighting bad dudes, and it's voiced by Mark Hamill. Like that would have been the coolest fucking thing ever, because it's something that they can't do live action, right? Because Mark Hamill's too old, everyone's too old. They could have Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford in that, or fucking not Carrie Fisher, Leia, and they could have had that, like they could have filled in that gap before like in between Return of the Jedi and Phantom. Wow, I'm blanking out. What's the first one called? Rise of the. Wow, what's the fucking 7th movie called? There's Last Jedi. There's. I can't remember. Yeah, Animated Jedi Academy. That's what I wanted, right? That would have been cool. Because then you get like... Because then it's like what we all wanted, which was actually a true sequel to Return of the Jedi, not this fucking bullshit sequel trilogy. Yeah, Force Awakens. Thanks, Trendy. Sorry. Wow, I can't believe I couldn't remember that. That's how little those new Star Wars have impact. Look, I watched them. I'd say Force Awakens was okay. Last Jedi, I actually didn't hate it as much as everyone hates it. I actually think it's a good movie. I just didn't like... I think if the movie had been identical, but in the end Luke survives and then he like comes back, I think that would have been okay. The fact that they kill off Luke, I don't like. And then Rise of Skywalker was just a mess. It was a garbage. I did not enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it in the sense that like I didn't think it was a good Star Wars movie. It was like fine as like an action, like I enjoy it as far as I like seeing Star Wars on screen, but as far as like an actual Star Wars movie, I didn't like it. The plot made no sense. There's like zero explanation about all that shit. But my top 3 Star Wars really is, besides the original trilogy, it's Clone Wars Rebels, the animated series, and then Mandalorian. Those are like amazing. Also check out some of the new books. Lords of the Sith is amazing. What else is good? Bloodlines is really good. That's a novel series. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker made no sense. There's so many plot holes. You're like, wait, what? How did that just happen? Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, and that's the thing. Oh, sorry. I lied. I'm really looking forward to Obi-Wan. I'm really looking forward to Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. She's a great, amazing character. I'm really looking forward to the Boba Fett series. I'm really looking forward to all of the new series. I just want, like, just give me Old Republic, guys. Please, it doesn't have to be complicated. I just want to see Jedis fighting Sith. And I want to see Knights of the Old Republic, the video game, the cinematic, but the TV show. That's all I want. You know, I'm a simple man. I just think it's such a better medium for storytelling. Like, I actually don't like movies for storytelling. Movies, for me, is like an action thing, and where it's like, oh, cool plot devices. But when you look at something like Game of Thrones, and, okay, hold. I know you guys are going to be like, fuck Game of Thrones, the final season sucked, and I agree with you. But the first 4 or 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, the storytelling is excellent. When it wasn't fucking D&D going off and doing their own fucking weird-ass shit. But, like, my point is like, that's a 10-hour movie, right? Well, we're gonna get it with not the original Thrawn trilogy, but I'm excited to see what they do with the Ahsoka, because she's gonna be searching Thrawn and for Ezra as well. But like, I guess my point is like, my favorite things on video are not movies. It's like outside of Lord of the Rings, there's very few movies that I'm like, this is like amazing. From a storytelling perspective, there's lots that are good from like an action perspective. There's lots that are good from like a visual spectacle perspective. But when it comes to like deep character growth, like seeing character growth, seeing that like really where you get really invested in the characters, nothing like a TV series. That's why I love, like, yeah, there's some, like, my favorite shows of all time are mostly TV series, because they really give you that character, the time with characters, right? Has anyone ever seen a bigger fall from grace from like super hype, most hype show ever, to like no one's talking about it than Game of Thrones? Like, has it been done? Maybe Lost? Maybe Lost was up there from like what that went from show that like you liked to you hated. But the problem with Lost is they did it over, like, you started to hate Lost about halfway through, and you just kept watching because you wanted to fucking find out what happens. And by the time you got to the end, you already hated the whole series, but you were just kind of like hate watching it. Like you didn't actually want to see it. You were just watching it because like you hated the show, but you at that point you had to finish it and see what happens and answer hopefully some of the questions. And that's what that's exactly my point. Like Lost, the hate starts about halfway through, but they've got you there and you got to keep watching it. And it's like hate fucking, right? It's like you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways. But Game of Thrones, like I'd say even up to season 7, it was like passable. Season 8 was just like such a mess. Obviously past season 6 it just went downhill. It got worse and worse and worse, but at least like season 7, like I don't know, it didn't feel rushed. But then season 8 you're like, why does it have to be 6 episodes? That makes no sense. This whole like, and then the ending for sure is like one of the worst endings. I haven't watched How I Met Your Mother, so you'll have to apologize. Or I'll have to apologize. You know what had the perfect ending? Mr. Robot had an amazing ending, if you haven't seen it. Breaking Bad had an amazing ending, if you haven't seen it. The Wire is probably one of the greatest shows of all time. Spartacus was one of my favorite series of all time. I basically rewatch it every year from Starz Network. Black Sails. Oh, guys, if you have not seen Black Sails is fucking awesome. The first season's a little slow. Yeah, Black Sails is amazing. The first season, I wasn't sold the first season. I got like halfway through it and I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And then I powered through it and I was like, okay, this is an amazing show. Yeah, Spartacus was amazing. Okay, full disclosure, guys, I've never seen Sopranos. Don't get mad at me, please. I've never seen Sopranos. Am I a bad person? I don't think it's on any. It's on Starz, which might be owned by Prime. Let me just tell you. I thinking it's Black Sails on Amazon Prime. Let me see. Let me just sign into my Prime account. You can see it on Starz, but it's sorry, they have it on Prime, but it's costs. So Starz is its own network, Shane. Full disclosure, I just pirated it because I don't have cable, so I just downloaded it. But don't do that. Wait. Isn't Sopranos pretty recent? You were still using... Were VCRs still around when Sopranos was live? Oh yeah, you can get Starz on Disney Plus, but I don't have Disney Plus. Damn, man, 1989. That sounds fucking old. I didn't realize it was that old. Super Troopers is amazing. That's one of my favorite comedies of all times. I could watch that movie fucking every day. Mother of God. I never saw the sequel. Actually, I did see the sequel. It was not very good. All the characters are like 7 years old now, and like old as fuck. Super Troopers just has so many good lines. Like it's like literally, it's one of those like movies that you kind of quoting forever. You know. Okay, I guess I'll highlight some more gold. So for that, did you actually have porn on tape though, man? Come on. I was never that advanced. I was magazines and then straight into the internet by that time. I kind of skipped the whole videotape. Well, yeah, I definitely didn't own any videotapes. I think we may have like acquired some, is all I'll say, as kids. But maybe this is why I need a vortex mixer to do, so I don't have to shake this like 30 times. I find the Pro Acryl metallics are they separate quite a bit. But look at that, perfect. And I got a little workout, you know? Helps the arm. So I've just added a little Pro Acryl bronze, light bronze, into my gold from scale to brighten it up, and now I'm just going to do the highlights. I didn't have older brothers. I have an older sister. She definitely didn't watch that stuff. I do remember watching the original Total Recall like 30 times in a row, so I could see the scene with the chick with the 3 boobs. Because it was I had that on VHS, and that was uncensored, rated R. They have a vortex mixer? No, I get all my Pro Acryl from get it either directly from them or from Hooded Goblin in Ontario. They're the only supplier in Canada. They have exclusivity for a year, I believe. So talk to Cody from Hooded Goblins. Tell them Jim sent you. They'll set you up. But yeah, they have a 1-year exclusivity because Cody's actually our coach for the WTC team. So I know that. That's how I know that. But their shipping's pretty reasonable. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking if there's any out, like if you're. I thought you were maybe out here. It makes me sad too because they used to be part of Creature Caster, which is out west, right? And all my original Pro Acryls, so like all my Pro Acryls that are in these skinny bottles, are originally from when they were with Creature Caster. And Creature Caster is like a 3-hour drive from me in Kelowna. So they used to do all that manufacturing here. And now that they went to the States, like I can't get them locally. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. Yeah, that's how I got hooked, because they sent me last when I was in 2019, when I was like one of their creature caster champions, when I was like actually good at 40k. Simon, the owner, sent me like all the colors, and to try them when they were just getting it off the ground, and then I got hooked. And now I feel like so many paints are inferior after using them. So I don't know that. Yeah, that Canuck Mare thing. I don't like. I don't know. I like creature caster models, but I find some of their models are like a little bit over engineered. I wish they did some more things that were like more clean, and a little bit less like painful to paint. You know, I think some of their models, they kind of overdo it on the um they overdo it on like the complexity, I guess is the best way to put it. I wish they had things that were a little bit more like normal looking, I guess, or cleaner. I already got it, man, right here. It's my chimeras. I barely use them though. I just ordered them because everyone said they were good, and I use them a little bit, but yes, hot tip for everyone else that doesn't have it. That's not as cool as me. Yeah, so I have 3 of them here that they sent me. This chick, like, but like literally the joints are so small. They're so sketchy. This one I really like. This is like a nice and simple one. I'm gonna paint that pretty quick in the next like few weeks. But this is actually one that I really like. It's really simple. Yeah, well, the Vallejo metal color, which are like the ones that are made with like true metallic flakes, those have been out of stock for like, I don't know, like fucking 30 years. Because apparently like they're having to reformulate the entire range because one of the things in the paints apparently they can't get anymore. I haven't really seen the Kingdom Death models that closely, so I'm not sure. I know they're pretty intense though. I haven't seen them super close up though. Are they just super busy as well? Yeah. Honestly, I'm super happy with my scale 75s. The problem with the thing about the metal color is like they have a lot of really good steel, but like they only have 1 gold and 1 brass, I guess, or copper color. So I like scale 75's selection. Yeah. Did I what? Yeah, this is Decayed Metal is my favorite. I did my whole all my Death Guard Decayed Metal, man. It's so good. It's my favorite. It's like one of my favorite colors. I did all my Death Guard with that. So I pre-ordered one from my LGS on last week. They said we got your order, which I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means we received your email, but you're gonna get one. I don't know if that means we received your email, and if we have enough, you're gonna get one. So I'm not sure what that means. So I'm not sure on that side. And then I had one of my clients he ended up with 2. So he said if I don't get one from my LGS, I can have one of his. So I think either way I'll end up with one. But the question is just from like what? From where? I guess. So I think so, I guess, to answer your question. Did I get a Bellicor? I think so. I don't know so. Yeah, I still love Tin Bits, man. One of my favorite colors. Although Decayed Metal is a little bit darker than Tin Bits, for sure. But it's very similar. Man, I was so hyped to paint all my Cursed City, and then, I don't know, just the whole GW thing, like, it's really bummed me out. Like, I've done 2 of my speed painting things, but I have all my Cursed City here, but I've kind of lost my impetus to do more of the speed painting. I might just paint the rest, you know? On my own. Did you guys watch the speed painting? Did you guys enjoy that? Is that something, like, I should continue? Anyone check out those videos that I did? It was fun making the thumbnails. That was like the most fun I had in the speed painting, was making the thumbnails, because I taught myself how to make thumbnails for Photoshop. Like, the thing is, it's not the speed painting videos that I did, it's not like a tutorial. It's just me challenging myself to paint each of the Cursed City models in 2 hours from start to finish. So I'm speed painting them, but I'm like going fast and I'm trying to talk through what I do them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not educational. Like, you couldn't watch it and do anything from it. It's just like, it's just a challenge for myself. And because I'm doing like, it's a 2-hour thing, it's not like a quick challenge, right? Like a 20-minute speed paint, that would be hard, right? That would be like fun, crazy thing to watch. But a 2-hour one, it's like, well, is it even that hard? That's right, yeah. I think I'm gonna paint my Bellacore though. Like if I get my Bellacore next week. I'll probably I'll do that as a stream project. Is that something you guys would want to see? Bellacore on stream? Or is that just like rubbing it in? My problem though with this is like I'm very I think you guys, I told you guys I'm very obsessive. So like for me to paint, I can paint easily 4 hours in a night, 6 hours in a day, 8 hours. Like I can paint 8 hours a day, no problem. And so my concern with Bellacore is like I buy him, I stream 2 hours, you know, eventually I stop streaming, but I'm gonna want to continue painting him, and then the next day you guys tune in and it's like I've like almost finished it, you know what I'm saying, on my own, which is like it's gonna be really hard for me to be like only painting it on stream, you know, because like this stream's already running 2 hours and 14 minutes, and I'm not even, I could go another 2 hours, but I'm probably gonna finish the gold here and call it because I gotta go make dinner. But like when yeah, I could stream for 4 hours too. Should I just, you know what I should do? How about this, JB? I got an idea. Tell me I'm crazy. I'll do like a 24-hour Bellacore stream where like I start streaming and I don't stop till he's finished. Is that crazy? It'll be like no sleep until Bellacore is finished. I feel like it's gonna be for like the 6 crazy people that are mad enough to actually watch it. Anything, 24 hour anything. Yeah, X-Wrath, that's the last thing I need. I don't want anything that'll drive me to do drugs. Trust me when I say I don't need anything for that. Wait, I'm not doing cooking streams, guys. This is not a cooking channel. Although maybe I'll do a cooking YouTube video. Would you guys watch a cooking stream if I did a cooking stream? I'd be like the worst. Today we will be making chicken cordon bleu. Alright guys, I'm pretty happy with Kharn at this point. What do you guys think so far? So gold is basically done. So tomorrow I'm going to come back. Well, not tomorrow. Maybe even later tonight when I sit down again after dinner. Do some more. Yeah, so now basically he's actually not that far off. I got to do the metals, like all the silver, and then basically into details, and then like base. Like he's like 90% done at this point, because armor, trim, and flesh are like the main 3 components. And now I'm gonna do a little OSL effect. I'll do a little OSL effect on the on the plasma pistol. I'm not sure what color I do. I think I might do purple just so it like really pops. JB, honestly, this I way undercharged for this. The guy that actually has the Bellacore for me is who I'm doing this for, the extra Bellacore. But I said I'd scratch build it for him, and then I ended up like literally scratch building it and doing a lot of sculpting and resculpting and like all this other stuff. So I feel like at this point, the amount of hours I budgeted into it is like way more, but it's okay. It's a buddy of mine and I'm happy to do it. I normally don't do projects like this. I'll probably go back and like refine the flesh a little bit more too. I think it needs a little bit more, like a little bit more contrast. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like when I was scratch building it. Yeah, that could be fun. So this is the here. This is the like base of it. So it's like 3 different kits, lots of green stuff, that kind of stuff. So okay, extra. That's a little offside, man. But yeah, a lot of different parts. I went into it. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Make sure to like, subscribe the videos, subscribe YouTube and Twitch. Tomorrow, remember, 12 o'clock episode of Politics and Plastic with Neil Kerr, head judge of the WTC. We're going to talk cheating. We also have a special guest on joining us for that. And then Wednesday at 12 o'clock episode of Competitive Corner with Jim Vessel, pilot episode with Winter's SEO. So make sure to tune in for that as well. And then for the rest of the week, everything is going to be normal time. So Thursday, Best Overall Show, 6 p.m. And then, yeah, check out the schedule. I've been posting a Twitch schedule now, which is mostly accurate, except when I fuck up the times, but should be accurate moving forward. So with that said, thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.